Matthew's happy, really. There's plenty for Britons to celebrate because it was, you probably know, the Golden Globes in Hollywood last night.
Yep, ITV drama Downton Abbey was named Best TV Mini-Series.
Idris Elba won Best Actor for his role in the BBC series Luther, of course. And Kate Winslet, another gong for her, in fact, for an American mini-series for that adaptation of Mildred Pierce.
A long line of A-listers parading their red carpet plumage for round one of the annual awards season.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Ricky Gervais was invited back to present, despite upsetting everyone last year.
Now, the Hollywood Foreign Press have warned me that if I insult any of you, or any of them, or offend any viewers, or cause any controversy whatsoever, they'll definitely invite me back next year as well.
He kicked off with the TV awards.
And the Golden Globe goes to Downton Abbey.
And an award for Luther and Kate Winslet followed.
Thank you very much.
A good start for British talent. In the film category, there was no real runaway winner, but the silent movie The Artist picked up 3 awards for Best Comedy, Actor and Score. The Descendants was hot on its heels, with George Clooney picking up Best Actor and the film Best Drama. The Globes often nod to the Oscars, and Meryl Streep's portrayal of Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady went down a lot better here than it has in Britain.
It's the first of the big red carpets to be unrolled to mark the official start of the glamorous and glittering awards season. There'll be plenty of teeth and sequins, posh frocks and paparazzi, and of course those dreadful acceptance speeches from now until the end of February when we have the Oscars. Alistair Leith at BBC News at the Golden Globes in Beverly Hills.
Oh yes, there's plenty of it to come. Let's start right now with the entertainment journalist Caroline Westbrook. Hello, Caroline. And let's start with the Brits. Let's be looking a little inwards.
Patriotic.
Yes, exactly. And Downton Abbey, because the Golden Globes, you have to remind people, it's television and film,
Yes,
unlike the
it's TV
Oscars.
and
So,
film. Yes,
and Julian Fellowes yet again taking home an award.
I know, he must not have much room left on his mantelpiece after all these honours that he's been picking up for Downton Abbey. It's great that it's actually being recognised in this way because, I mean, obviously Americans and who vote for these kind of awards in Hollywood Foreign Press and obviously the Emmys and places like that, they're a sucker for a good British costume drama. Yes. I mean, you only need to look at the success rate of British costume dramas in things like the Oscars, for example, to see that they absolutely adore this kind of thing. And when you have a show like Downton Abbey, which is so successful and is so well done, and it's just manna from heaven for people who are voting for things like the Golden Globes, really. And
the people who do vote, as you say, the foreign press, they still love Kate Winslet.
Oh, they can't get enough of her, can they? Can they? I mean, Mildred Pierce, again, she won the Emmy Award for this a few months ago, and now she's back winning the Golden Globe, and obviously they have given her Oscars in the past as well. It's again, this infatuation with Kate Winslet looks set to continue. Again, it was a great performance, and she's thoroughly deserved. And I mean, she was up against some very stiff competition in that category. So great to see her winning again.
Yes. Well, let's talk films because I've just been to see her in Carnage, actually, the new Roman Polanski film, and she's fine. It's a nicely acted film, but you just sense that they're going to shower her with, not necessarily to win, but you can always predict that she'll be shortlisted for something that I don't think is one of her best performances. Let's talk about who might win.
I mean, there are certain actresses who are always in the running for Oscars and what have you. If they have a performance that's eligible, whether they get nominated or not, they always get mentioned in the same breath as awards. Who might win? Well, I think Meryl Streep might as well start preparing the acceptance speech now, to be honest. I remember actually when I saw the first picture of her as Margaret Thatcher around the time that they started production on the film this time last year, and just thinking to myself, well, that's next year's award season taken care of, because it was kind of obvious that she was going to be a bit of a shoe-in for the awards ceremonies, playing that part before it's even been filmed.
But moving away from her, because look, here is someone who lots of people would argue should be the man of the moment come the Oscars. If you haven't seen The Artist, it's a silent film.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant film. It deserves every accolade it is getting. Okay, it's an unusual film. It's in black and white. It's, apart from 2 very short scenes, it is entirely silent with an orchestral score. It occupies a tiny square in the middle of the cinema screen because it's shot in the old-fashioned aspect ratio, and it's absolutely brilliant. And yes,
but it's French, and he's French, and the co-star's French. Really, are the Americans going to give it to a French film?
No, they may well do. I mean, if they could give Best Actor to Roberto Benigni for Life is Beautiful, then I think anything is possible. This film is huge breakout hit. It's been released in the UK now, so we get the chance to see what all the fuss is about. Jean Dujardin, who is a very, very huge star in France and not so well known outside of everywhere else, but obviously he's going to be a big star now, won the Best Actor Musical or Comedy Award last night, and I think will probably be George Clooney's nearest rival when it actually comes to the Oscars now, because he won Best Actor for The Descendants. So I think it's going to be a very close race between those two when it comes to the big one next month.
Matthew knows that I could keep talking to you for much, much longer. I'm a bit bruised on my shoulder, on my knee here. I've been kicked, but no, I haven't.
You can, just don't ask me for my measured opinion.
No? Okay.
No.
He has just seen War Horse. This is quite an achievement.
It was a venture to the cinema, I think the first one in 12 years. So,
really? Really? What did you think of it?
What did I think of it?
Yeah.
I thought it was lots of tissues.
Okay.
So it was quite sad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Virtually
was.
all the time.
It was rather. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Caroline.
Thank
I
you.
imagine we will speak again over the coming weeks. And the Oscar nominations, let me tell you, are next Tuesday. And I will be here 1:30 with our special annual programme for the Oscar nominations. Much more to come.
Yeah, without me.
Yeah,
Without me.
funny that.
It's now, business time. Here's Ben.
Hello to you both. Thanks very much indeed.